A very good evening to you all. It's 6 o'clock. That means, of course, we've got a brand new one-day special. Now, it is very special because this is the first time we've seen Crafty Devils launch a one-day special here at Hochanda. Mel, good evening.
Evening.
How are you feeling?
Bit nervous, bit excited.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I had no idea this was your first one-day special.
Yeah.
Now, we see Crafty Devils here quite often. We see all sorts of different goodies, actually, for us. MDF, different mediums. We've got some new todays as well. And I've got to say, when it comes to the one-day special, this is amazing. We have got an enormous saving for you as well. We've got a gift box bundle. And this really is a great bundle, Mel. Do you want to tell us about this?
It's really good because it's for you to craft with, but it's also for you to gift as well. So not only do you get the pleasure of crafting it, you get the pleasure of gifting it.
Amazing. And I think, looking at this here, you've got something for all of the family as well. Everything will become clear because at the moment, of course, you've got individual components there, but they will build up into beautiful projects. Let's go through everything because part of the bundle, we've got some fabulous crates for you as well. Now, you've got a large, you've got a medium, and you've got two small as well. I do have samples at the side. Now, everything comes flat for you, but let me just lift up this sample here because these are not only wonderful to work with, you're not going to have fun, just fun having crafting time with these, Mel, but these are so useful as well. This is the larger one, isn't it? You've got a really good space in there.
It's really good space. So if you're gifting new baby or something, you've got enough.
Ooh, nice.
You've got enough space there to put a nice gift together.
You really have, haven't you? And I'm just thinking, you know, in a craft room as well, or maybe in a sewing room, you've got lots of space there to put all your yarns and your sewing bits and pieces. It could be in your kitchen, it could be any room of the house. In fact, bathroom would be great to put your flannels, your little towels in, your soaps, your toiletries. So whether you're using these for yourself or whether you are gifting, we've got an awful lot in this bundle. So there's the crates. Remember, a large, a medium and two small. We've also got for you as well, let's have a look, because you've got the tags. Now, important when you're gifting, because of course you might want to put tags on your gift, but again, you could use these for your mixed media, you can use these as just bases for any sort of crafting project as well. Now, there are 10 different tags, you can see the different sizes there as well. And something else that we've got that's very useful actually is the flower pot. I do have one, and I've got to say, Mel was very insistent that I did point out that this is actually not quite finished off. You can see in there. I think you're going to finish this tomorrow as a project, aren't you?
Yes. That's my project tomorrow.
Absolutely fantastic. I'm thinking Mother's Day, of course, because that's coming up in March. But I mean, if you want to gift again a new baby, perhaps, you could decorate in many different ways. You've got all sorts of wonderful ideas here because the space in there, again, really quite generous.
Really generous. So nice bottle of fizz, cupcakes. That's my evening sorted.
It certainly is, isn't it? Well, you can decide what you want to put in there. And of course, when you're gifting or when you're crafting, tissue paper is a really good option to work with, actually, because you can shred it down, you can wrap it, you can stamp on it. Now, you've got lots of different colours here. There's actually 48 sheets here. Those assorted different colours. You've got brights, you've got darks. I mean, there's something for all occasions again there, isn't there, Mel?
We wanted to make sure that you've got something for female, male, you've got something for Easter, you've got something for every occasion in there.
Definitely. And you've got some baker's twine as well, which again, you're going to use in all sorts of crafting projects. But of course, if you want to gift with it, you can just use it for tying up as well. Now, I've noticed there's some glue there, Mel. Now, is there something special about this glue? Oh,
this is our new glue. So this glue is a nice wood glue, so really good for your MDF.
Amazing. Do you know, we get so many emails in asking what is the best glue to use. Here you've got some specific MDF glue for you. It's all part of the bundle as well. Look at the saving there, £13 saving. In fact, if we think about it, the flower pot and the tissue paper, basically getting that for free, that's kind of thrown in there for you. Just £29.93. You've got lots of projects to go out here. If you want to keep them, if you want to gift them, it's up to you. I think the whole family could get involved. 591622 is the item number.
Don't forget your cellophane.
Yeah, we've missed something out. We have. We've got cellophane in there as well. How much cellophane do we get?
I think there's over a metre on there.
Is there?
Well over a metre. There's a few metres on there, I believe. So really good for wrapping.
Yeah, around
after
the
you've
box
made
or
it. Yeah.
whatever you're putting in the box, wrap that as well. So, do you know, it's an important part, isn't it, if you're gifting? 591622. Yeah, it is almost a full hamper bundle there. Lots of projects to go at. Right, okay, let's have a look at those crates again, because we have got the large, we have got the medium here, and we have got the small. So you can see all three different sizes there. These will come flat for you, build them up. You can decorate in so many different ways with whatever mediums you like. And we've got lots of mediums on the show as well. We will get to those as well. Now, Mel, these are lovely because you've got the 3 bars, so to speak, running across. So you've got that proper crate look there, haven't you?
Proper crate look, and especially like if you're doing for the bathroom, I would say if you are doing for the bathroom, make sure you seal it, because MDF is such a porous surface. You want to seal it so that no damp gets in there, moisture. But just perfect. And I think as well, now everybody's going kind of recycle friendly. Great if you use a sealant on it, milk bottles.
Yeah.
On your doorstep.
Yeah.
How pretty would that look, rather than just a plain
would.
wire one?
Love it. Very generous in size, as I say. The large, the medium, the small. Lovely projects. They'll stack together, I presume, as well, would they? If you wanted to store them away, will they fit into each other?
They fit into each other, yes.
Oh, lovely. That's a bonus as well. $13.99. That's all it is if you're going for the crates. 523953. Now, when it comes to the flower pots, we've got those as an individual bundle as well. Now, you get lots of components here, Mel, because obviously everything comes flat for you. You've got the actual flowers themselves, the side pieces, you've got the centres of the flowers. Do you know, they're very interesting, actually, and this just goes to show the thought that's gone into these kits. When you think you've got to match up all the slots and the tabs, but all the thought's been done for you. These have been created, so everything fits together perfectly.
Slots together really easy. And what I would say is the flower pot does stay stood up on its own. So if you wanted to use the little flower as a separate project,
yeah,
you
that's
could.
a good idea. Let's have another look at this one. Now, remember, Mel is going to finish in this one as part of a demo tomorrow. So when you're at home, it is nice to sort of decorate the inside, the outside, really go to town with that. But use your papers, use your mediums as well, your texture, you know, your texture mediums. You can use your stencils, you can use your sprays, you can use your pens. It's entirely up to you. Your favourite papers would look amazing as well. Now, size of these, I'm just looking at this one here. 260 millimetres is the size by 200. So 260 is going to be, I presume, there. Is that overall, is that the size of the flower actually? Is that when it's built together, or is that the size of the flower? The finished box. The finished box. So 260 goes from edge to edge there. 200 will be the height then. Lovely, but you've got a lovely depth on there as well, so lots you could pop into there. Item number 971073, and you are getting 2 of these, so you can see all those components there. So lovely again. If you want to gift them, maybe give one, keep one for yourself. Only $12.99. Now we've got more MDF for you as well, because we've got some sentiments for you, and these are mixed sentiments. We've got some little hearts for you as well. Always nice as your embellishments. I've actually got another one of the crates here, because some of the embellishments have been used to decorate this. So really nice kit, under a tenner as well, under £10 there for just $9.99. You are getting the mixed sentiments and the hearts. Shall we have a look at those sentiments actually? Because you have got, do you know, I like this because look, we've got gramps in there. You know, you don't always say granddad, do you? It could be gramps. You've got grandma, you've got brother, sister, dad, mum, nanny's in there. And of course, you can't forget the dog and the cat as well. I love the fact that you've got the paw print in there. That is so useful, isn't it? Mel, you've got lots of little hearts there as well. I mean, they could be used on your cards, on your MDF projects, your home decor pieces. You could use that on your crates, yeah? You could decorate with hearts.
I wanted
Exactly
to, I always find when I'm doing my art boards and something, I want to put to who it's for.
Yeah.
So if I'm making one for my mum, I want to put mum on there. And I can never find the size that I want, so they're a really nice size.
They are, aren't they? And keep your waste as well. I don't like to call it waste, but we do. Pop the hearts out, and then you've got a stencil or something you can spritz through as well and create a background, and then break up that background and use it, you know, to support bits and pieces as well, or rather than foam pads, so use every scrap of that. Now you're getting 25 of the hearts, you're getting all of the sentiments and the paw print, all for $9.99 again, so less than £10, 022442. We're staying with sentiments just for the moment because we've got some Easter ones for you. Now these, again, great for your crates. Imagine those crates filled with Easter eggs. Oh, yum, yum. Again, it could be cupcakes perhaps, but you've got the Easter bunny here, look, special delivery. Lots of sort of Easter elements within there. You've got the eggs, you've got the little flowers, you've got the bunny itself, and he looks very smiley and happy, Mel.
He's a very happy bunny.
He is,
he's delivering eggs.
I don't know, I love the idea of a crate full of eggs. Perhaps you could give these instead of a basket or a bag for the children to look around the garden.
Exactly, to go on their Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the crate's got the little handles on as well.
Yeah.
So really lovely. Finishing touch there, £9.99, a £5 saving, 209347. Now we're still staying with the MDF, but something a little bit different next. I love, love, love these because you've got your art boards. Now when it comes to those mixed media projects, then you always want those bases, and there's nothing better in my opinion than MDF. So you've got all these different shapes here. These are good sizes as well. So you've got 3 of the A4, you've got 3 of the 250mm hexagons, you've got 3 of the 12x12s, and you've got 3 of the circles as well, and the diameter there is 300mm. Now I've got a sample here, but we've got much more around the studio as well, but you just imagine what you could achieve with these. I mean, these are good sizes and great shapes as well. £13 saving on these, only £16.99. Now I can tell you these work out at just £1.42 each. Now that is a very silly price because I know how much MDF can cost. Do you know, it really is a good price. Normally £2.50, I'd still say that was an amazing buy, but that price that you're looking at here, do not miss out on these. I'd definitely be multi-buying. You will work with these, you will use them for all sorts of different reasons. 977314 is the item number. And then finally on the end of the counter, we've got more MDF, we've got more in the way of Easter shapes. You know, not just for Easter, I don't think, actually. Okay, you've got eggs in there. You've also got the basket that looks like it's got little eggs in it, but you know, you could change that around, put some flowers in there. We've got chicks, we've got bunnies. I always think of baby projects as well with bunnies and chicks in. It could be a farmyard, it could be whatever you want it to be. Some really lovely shapes here. You can see them there on the board, so you can see exactly what you're getting. There's different designs, and you've got multiples of these. In fact, there's 25 shapes, so 5 different shapes, 5 different designs there, 5 of each, so that's the 25, 966, 570. Again, less than £10, £9.99. Now, we have got some individuals that are selling out. Oh no, the crates individually are selling out. They're, oh, in fact, they're sold out, all allocated, so make sure you check your baskets out. Now, you can still get the 3 for £13.99, but if you're going for the one-day special, well, think what you're getting there. You're getting all of that for £29. And there it is, 93 pence. You've got a £13 saving. So not just the crates, you've got the flower pots in there, you've got the tissue, you've got the cellophane, you've got the very important glue, you've got the twine, you've got the tags in there as well. Do you know, you've got a whole host of projects to keep you going for a very, very long time. Do be shopping ahead because we've got some mediums as well. Mel has brought some brand new mediums. The blackboard paint, always popular, and it is brilliant because I've used it myself lots of times. We've got new Crackle glaze as well. We've got all sorts of different things. We will speak about them, but we want to get to demonstrations, so I'm going to hand it over to Mel right now. Mel, where are we starting?
So I'm going to do a flower pot for you, and I'd like to just say, if you are covering with paper, don't worry about the marks on there, because you'll work it out. The marks are on there so that you can line your little flower up as a extra leg kind of thing. But like I said before, the flower pot does stand up without this little flower, so you could use that for another project.
Definitely, I'm all about stretching those elements within a kit.
Stretch it out, yes. So I'm just going to use our lovely new glue. I love this glue, it's so nice. So nice, dries nice and quick, and it's a nice thick glue. So
now, we did have the glue individually as well, but we have sold out of that. So if you're wanting your MDF glue, it is provided in the one-day special bundle. So make sure you grab yours with that saving of £13, remember.
And like all our MDF, it slots together really nice and simple. This flower pot is so nice, and they thought of everything. The guys in the office have thought of everything. So there's even a little flower bit on the edge piece as well. So it's not just the front of your project that is designed nicely. The actual edge piece is designed nicely as well. You can see, usually I have to use a little bit of sellotape
Yeah, to hold it all together.
But that glue will dry so nice and quick that I'm not using any sellotape.
Now, we do normally advise, Mel, to stick your pieces together before decorating. Sometimes there's an odd exception depending on what you're doing, but is this the case again here? Advisable to stick together first as you are doing?
Definitely, because MDF is such a porous surface, whatever medium you put on there, apart from your papers obviously, is going to soak straight into your MDF, and your MDF is going to swell slightly. It's only mils that it swells, but because it's such precision cut, that mil makes all the difference to it slotting together. So yeah, definitely put it together and then use your mediums on it.
Lovely.
And if you're covering it with papers, use your MDF as a guide first to cut out your papers.
Yeah, of course. So draw around.
So draw around them beforehand, like I've done there. So
Lovely.
just draw it round, cut it out, and then we can go ahead and stick it together. So this is the fiddliest bit of putting this flower pot together, because obviously you've got to line it up.
But because it's so precisely cut, it will line up. So if you don't get it right the first time, you probably just want to give it a bit of a jiggle.
There.
Oh, never touched a thing there. Our cellophane's just
That's as fiddly as it gets.
Look at that.
So
straight away.
It does really slot together really well.
And it stands beautiful, as you said, without that little flower.
Yeah,
it really does stand well.
Definitely. So the little flower is more of an added embellishment, really, to go there. But like I said, it does stand up on its own. So if you wanted to, you could use the little flower and the circles. If you're going to cover the middle of it, use the circles for something else.
You could, couldn't you? I mean, I'm thinking I know there's tags in the one day special, but you could actually use the flower as a tag as well.
You could. It doesn't have a hole in it as a tag, but you could stick it on the back or thread it through the middle. So that's your project stuck together.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to put my lid on my glue.
And then comes the really fun bit, decorating.
Decorating. We love to decorate. So, like I said, I've pre-cut all my paper.
So you can use them all as templates in the same way, can't you, beforehand?
Yes, definitely. And I've carried on using my MDF glue.
Oh, for sticking the paper
For
down
sticking
as
my paper as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
lovely.
because it's such a nice glue. You don't have as much wiggle room with it because it dries quite quickly. You have a little bit of time to wiggle it about.
Okay, so it's a quick grab then. But with something like you've got there, Mel, it's quite easy to align that, isn't it, without worrying too much?
And wipe that off.
We are busy on the one day special. In fact, nearly 20% of the stock has gone. You're getting an awful lot for your money. I'm not surprised. We're only just over 15 minutes in. This is the first one day special for Crafty Devils as well. Back to you, Mel.
So this is my project put together. So I'm just one I did earlier, started to cover. So we've got so much to show you.
You've got new mediums. I did mention the Crackle glaze. Will we get to see that during this sale?
Hopefully we'll get to see the Crackle glaze because it's my new favourite medium. It's my new fave. I've always been a real supporter of text structure paste.
Yeah.
Text structure paste,
Yeah.
we call it, don't we? Yeah. Which I love playing with. But, oh my gosh, the Crackle glaze.
I love fan of Crackle as well. And I've got to say, it's a very generous pot as well. Details at the bottom of the screen, only $9.99. You're getting 250 millilitres. It's a one-part Crackle as well, isn't it, Mel? You only need the one pot. It's one medium. You don't need two different pots of things. It's just
it's just the one pot. So we do what we call PCP. So paint your MDF first, Crackle glaze, let your Crackle glaze dry, and then paint again.
Okay, yeah, lovely.
And your Crackle glaze needs to air dry. I haven't tried heating it up with a heat tool, but I don't believe you can. I think it works best if you let it air dry.
Lovely. You can see how generous the pot it is though. It's heavy as well. You can tell it's a nice thick glaze there. Really lovely. I'm looking forward to seeing that. We are busy for that. You are getting ahead as well. Do you know, I'm going to sneak something else, and I wasn't told to do this, but I'm just going to very quickly. Almost a quarter of the crackle has gone. Look for these. These are new as well. The flake and glitter, the alcohol based, and you've got the flake and glitter there. The Gilding flake glue. Alcohol based. What does that mean? Why is that pink, Mel? What's the difference?
So the difference is the white one is for your MDF projects, your normal projects that you want to gild, but your pink one is an alcohol-based one, so you can use it on glass. So you can do your wine glasses. Wow. You can use it on metal. So if you've got a charm and it's the wrong colour, change it.
So I'm thinking then white for porous surfaces, and maybe the pink for the non-porous if we're talking about the glass and the metal and that sort of thing. What a great bundle that is then. $9.98 for that, $593.833, another new today.
So I'm just gonna, this is my tag that I'm going to use once I've wrapped. I'm gonna wrap my flower pot in cellophane, and this is my tag that I'm going to match up.
When you think of what you can pay for a nice gift bag or a box, boxes especially, I mean, how many projects we've got here? We've got 4 of the crates, haven't we? We've got 5 with the flower pot. You may not use all those bits as well. You've still got the tissue paper. You've still got all the tags in there as well. For $29.93, do you know, I'm just thinking back. I bought, it was almost like, it wasn't as big as that biggest crate actually, and I paid £6 for a box just to put something in. This works out at $5.99 a project, and you've got the fun of doing it as well.
That's what I love. It's more personal.
Yeah.
So if you know the person really well, you can do it to their taste or their room colour, anything like that. Or if you're doing, when we can, doing craft fairs, you can do lots of different ones and fill with goodies, and it just adds that little bit more value because they're getting a one-off.
They are, yeah.
They're not getting something.
I totally agree. The other thing I like as well is when it comes to the projects that you're getting in the one-day special, you are getting the crates, you're also getting the flower pot. None of them have got lids on, so that means you're not totally restricted to the height. Obviously, within reason, you don't want something that's so tall that it is going to pull things over, but you're not restricted to height. You've got something that is going to be reused as well. Oh, I love the idea of putting baby gifts in there. I think you could put a whole host of different things in there. Little booties, little cardigans, bibs, vests. You will get an awful lot in there as well. Now, a quarter of the one-day special has already gone. We're not even halfway through the show yet. £13 saving, £29.93, $591,622. Now, Mel, you're filing there.
I am. So when you use your MDF as a template, obviously it's going to be slightly bigger once you cut it out than your actual MDF shape.
Of course.
So this is one of my, I love doing this. I don't know why, I find it quite therapeutic.
Yeah, I'm so glad it's not just me. I say this every time and people look a little bit gone out and think, why do you like it? I like the noise of it.
Yeah, and I just like the clean edge that it gives you. And also while you're doing it, you are just lightening up the burn mark on the MDF, so you get like a two-tone on there. So if you see there, I'm getting a two-tone. I don't know if you can see in the camera there. Yeah, so I'm getting slightly lighter and darker because this bit is where the laser is burnt through the MDF. But if you want to make it lighter, just keep filing.
Yeah.
And it just gives that another element to your project.
And the paper almost looks as though it's a design that's been painted on. It gives such a lovely finish.
That's it. So
right, I can't tell you, we've got another update actually. If you like the flower boxes, individually they have gone. So the only way you can get the flower box now is in, of course, a set of 2 or in the one-day special. So individually gone, set of 2, There we are, £12.99. Do the maths again. I'm just thinking back to the crates, I'm thinking to the flower pots, I'm thinking of everything else you've got in the one-day special. Yes, the value definitely is in the one-day special. £12.99, that makes it £6.50 a project. Still great value. It works out though in the bundle at £5.99 a project. Yeah, when you do the maths, it does make sense, doesn't it, to go for that saving, to go for the one-day special. 591,622.
I don't think.
I thought for a minute you were doing your nails then, Mel. I didn't realise you'd got that little circle in your hand.
I did them earlier. No, I think that'd be a bit rough on my nails. I wouldn't have any left. So I don't think that you can buy a personal gift for that price.
No, I don't think you can either.
I think you'll pay a lot more.
And we've said it, haven't we? But you can, you know, you can create and decorate to the occasion as well. If it is a baby, if it is a wedding, if it is an anniversary, if it is male, female, child, it could be grandparents. Don't forget we've got the sentiments there as well if you wanted to personalise something. We've got the Easter sentiments. It could be Easter boxes that you're making. It can be whatever you want it to be.
So because I've covered my thing, I'm just going to gauge where my centre of my flower is. If you're really, really got OCD, you can measure it. Use a ruler and just measure where it goes. But I'm just going to, by eye.
I could imagine a nice little bumblebee or a ladybird.
Sat in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be really cute, wouldn't it? So we'll do that. And then in my little pot here.
What have you got in there?
Oh, I've just got some little elements that I have got from my stash just to decorate it and just make it a little bit more. So anything from your stash. And you see I'm still using my MDF glue.
I noticed that. I was just going to point that out actually. You do get that in with the one-day special, so you don't have to think about looking around for different glues. Now also, I've noticed that Mel has got some pink and white flowers there, some little roses. We do have some white paper roses on the show. If you want to go for these, we've got a great saving on these as well. Now if you want to change the colour, you can do, because you could use your pens, spritz them. Spritzing them is the best way. Use your micas to spritz, or you know, keep them as flat colours. It works out at 21p each because you're getting 48 there. £4 saving, only £9.99. 438 732. And you do get the little leaves included with those, or the calyx in there as well. So nice little embellishments.
That's
all. The glue gun's out.
The glue gun's out. Just wait for it to warm up. Just because I want a quick fix. But the white roses are beautiful, and I've used one in the centre of the flower pot that I'm going to finish tomorrow.
Oh, they're a good size, aren't they, Mel?
They're really nice size.
Let's have a look. Nice. I didn't realise they were quite as big. I thought they were a little bit smaller than that. Yeah, they're lovely. Some nice detail in the petals as well, so they're going to look really nice, spritzed up. Or use your inks to colour, or as I say, your pens as well. They'd all work. So good buy there.
So just stick that down.
Lovely.
Like so.
Just a bit of an update. Almost a third of the one-day special has already gone. About half, well, we're just over halfway through the show, but not quite half an hour in. But of course, we finished just a little bit before the end of the hour.
I do have another glue stick. Just warm it up. Come on.
Seems to take forever when you're waiting.
They do, don't they? It's like
Yeah.
watching a kettle boil.
Yeah.
There we go. I think that's it. Come on. You know it's getting warm because it gets harder to press, doesn't it? I'm hoping that's why it's harder to press and it's not broke.
Yeah.
Right, do something else while we're waiting for that. So my tag. So you do have a little hole in your tag.
Okay.
So I would just make a hole and file the
Do you
paper.
need to file through the hole, or is it just a case of sort of pushing that through?
You can just poke it through. I tend to file it because I like that look.
Like filing.
Any chance to file. I just like the look. So, and on my tag, I've got one of the lovely mum
Now that's
embellishments.
A nice finish. Have you embossed onto that?
No, I've used our glossy effects.
Oh, have we got that on the show as well? Isn't that, look, that looks really, really as though it's been enamelled.
Yes. So what I did was I glossy effect the front bit. I painted it pink.
Yeah.
Then I put glossy effects on the front bit.
Look at that.
And then when that was dry, I put glossy effects on the top. And when that was dry, I did the bottom as well. So I did look like the
so
whole...
you can put multiple layers on them once it's dry. Do you know, that really is glossy, isn't it? There's another great buy as well, because look at this, you're getting two bottles of these. We'll show you the picture as well. They look a little bit milky when they're in the bottle, do they? And they dry clear.
That's it. So when you put it on, it's quite milky white colour. And then when it dries, it is clear.
Getting a lot for your money there. Below £10 again, you've got that £4 saving, 121675.
So I'm just going to...
Now, last time we worked together, Mel, you created a project and you said your mum was going to get it for Mother's Day.
And do you know what? And do you know what? My mum didn't watch the show, so she's getting it. Bless her. So if she's not watching this one, she might get a flower pot as well. Mum, if you are watching, I will buy you some flowers or something.
Do you know what would be nice to put in there? If you've got a king gardener as well, because it's a flower, you could put lots of seed packets in there, maybe a little trowel and a fork. Yes. In there as well. You could make it a gardening gift.
You could, even for a bloke.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, if you use your mediums and your stencils, you could make it quite manly if they're a gardener. And put a bottle of beer in the middle and then some gardening bits each side.
Oh, how nice.
So that when he's finished his gardening, he can sit there and have his beer.
We're just checking when Mother's Day is. It's actually 3 weeks away. 14th of March, 3 weeks yesterday it was actually. Yes, it's always on a Sunday. It's Mothering Sunday, of course. So 3 weeks from yesterday. So it gives you time still to create your gift boxes, put your gifts in there and give them to Mum, of course. We gift to grandmas, don't we? Stepmums. It doesn't have to be Mum on Mother's Day as well. I know a lot of people, you know, have other people to gift to as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think my grandkids give to my mum as well.
Yeah.
So, because she does a lot for them as well.
Easter is earlier this year as well, the 4th of April for Easter. So if you want to jot those dates down so you don't forget.
So there's some flowers. Now, on the other side, because we've got so much to get through. So I've done this on the other side, look.
Oh, wow. Oh, it does look nice with that little flower, Mel.
And I've lost a bling. So ignore my lost bling. But yeah, so I just think, yeah, it looks really nice with the little flower on the side, but if you want to be really frugal...
It looks lovely.
And stretch your money.
A little butterfly or that ladybird over that lost bling.
Yes.
And it would look marvellous.
It would.
There we go. All part of the one-day special, of course. Let's have a bit of a recap of that, actually, because there's so much in here. Just going to, do you know, I'm not going to move that cellophane because I've got this horrible feeling if I do, the tags on the board are going to go over. So we'll not forget it's there this time. Let's go through this. So we do get the tags. Now, you've got 10 tags in total. They've already got the hole in them as well. So if you want to use them as tags, they're ready to go. Or you could put a ring through if you want to use them if you're making your little tag books and things like that as well. Now, you've also got, of course, there, you've got your boxes as well. We've got the twine first of all. Let's do the twine and the glue because the glue is new as well. The twine is very, very useful because, of course, you can tie up the cellophane. You can use it on your cards. You can gift wrap with it. You can use it for lots of different reasons. You could change the colour of that as well if you want to ink it or spray it as well. The glue is also there, brand new, the glue, the MDF glue, but you see Mel's been using that for all sorts of purposes. The tissue paper, you're getting lots of different colours here. So there's an assortment of colours. There are 48 individual sheets. You know, I'm just thinking, get your stamps out, stamp on there, scrunch it up, tear it, it, you know, shred it. You can do all those different things. Just wrapping tissue. You've got a lot to go. It's a lovely way of wrapping gifts, isn't it, tissue paper? And then you've got your crates, of course. Now, you've got a large, you've got a medium, and you've got a small as well. Now we have got the size, as you can see. I'm not going to lift that sample up because we will see that in a second. The sample is the larger one. I'm going to tilt it on its side in a second so you can see how generous the size is. These are great for gifting, but they're great for storage, and whoever you gift to, they will use it for storage afterwards as well. So a really, really generous size. So the large, the medium, and is it too small you get in the one day special? Too small in the one day special. There we are. So you'll have fun putting those together. And then, of course, you've got the flower box as well. So you have fun putting that together. Now, it's one of those flower boxes, but you've got the little flower if you want to use it separately. You've also got those circles that could make the centre of the flowers, but again, you could use it separately. We've got the cellophane. I mustn't forget about that because it's part of your packaging again. In fact, if you're working out the projects here, because you're getting so much for your money, it's only £5.99 per project. You have got a £13 saving. I really do think this is, do you know, this could be a whole weekend for the whole family to sit and craft together and see what everybody comes up with and then gift them. 591622 is the item number. Now next up, if you want to go for the crates, you can do. Now you get one large, one medium and one small if you're going for this bundle. So remember, you are getting two of the small in the one day special. Here you're getting 3 crates, one of each size for £13.99. 523953 is the item number on those. Now we've also got the flower pots. Now this bundle that we're going to give you now, the details for this one, you get 2 of the flower pots. So all the components are here at the front. This is what you'll be building, the 2 fully put together flower pots with those little flowers, whether you want to use them in conjunction with those or use them separately, it's up to you, but only £12.99 for these. 971073. I'm saying only £12.99. It is a great price, but it still works out at £6.50 per project, whereas in the one day special it's £5.99. Now let's remind you of the Crackle medium. We're all excited about this. We are busy on this as well. You are shopping ahead, getting an awful lot for your money here. I hope we're going to get to see this hour. Only £9.99. Item number 710947. If you've never done crackling before, oh, you need to use it. Now, something else that's busy, and I would suggest if you're going for these, go with the Crackle medium as well. The art boards, this is exceptional value. I can say that because I cut MDF myself, so I know what it can cost for a sheet of MDF, especially a medite, which you use for laser cutting. Now, you're getting 3 of the A4s, 3 of the 250mm hexagons, you're getting 3 of the 12x12s and 3 of the 300mm circles. It works out at £1.42 each. Now, remember, these not only are much cheaper than you'd normally pay at £2.50 each, which is, I still think is a bargain. These are laser cut, so they're precision cut. You don't have to do any finishing off, no sanding. They're ready to decorate. 977314 is the item number. Think about the other mediums we've got on the show as well. I'm sure we'll mention them throughout the shows as we go through as well. Now, Mel, back over to you, because I can see, is that a heart you've got there?
It is.
Oh, we've got those on the show as well. We didn't see these down the counter, did we?
No, I think they're over in the corner.
Oh, I might just go and grab these because there's 3 different sizes, isn't there? I really like these hearts, actually. Now, you do get 30 pieces. Wow, a good price on these again. Only £9.99. Half price, £10 saving. We're even giving you that extra penny back. 502995. These are your different sizes. Use them individually, put them together, layer them up, fan them out, do whatever you wish with them. Again, great surface to work with being the MDF. That's a nice colour you've got there, Mel.
Well, I just thought it's nice and bright. So with our Crackle, which is what I want to show you, like I said before, we do what we like to call PCP. So paint, crackle, paint.
Paint, crackle, paint.
So if you paint your MDF first and then you crackle and paint with a different colour, the base paint is going to come through the Crackle.
Okay.
So it looks really, really nice.
I absolutely love crackling. Now, paint brushes, we've got some of those on the show as well, haven't we?
Oh, we have, and they are such nice paint brushes. I am using them. This one is a different colour, but it is out of the kit. It's the same as you get in the kit. They've got a really nice long handle on them.
I like
so
this, Mel.
nice and easy to use.
I'll tell you what as well, not only have they got a long handle and they've got a very nice glossy handle, and actually to hold these, they feel lovely. These are really nice brushes,
They're
aren't
really,
they?
really nice brushes. And you've got really fine ones there, you've got flat ones, you've got a chiselled one. Everything you need is there. And
That's a great
they
bundle.
wash really well as well.
Oh, don't miss out on these. I think I could do with a few sets of those. I'm terrible with my brushes. $14.99, 341402. There you can see everything you get in. They seem lovely quality, those bristles as well. Do pop those into your basket.
So paint your MDF, let that dry. You can heat that very lightly. Don't overheat your MDF because the heat will warp it if you heat it up too much. So so this is our lovely Crackle. So it's nice and clear. And with Crackle, depending on what type of finish you're after, so if you're after quite an even finish, paint it on quite evenly.
Okay.
If you're after more of an unusual finish, you can paint thick bits, thin bits, thick bits, whatever you like, and then that will give you a different effect.
Now, when I've used Crackle before, and I've used various different brands, but sometimes, especially when you paint and then Crackle, then paint again, sometimes we're advised to go in one direction with the Crackle, and then when you go with the top coat, go in a different direction. Is that good advice with this one? Does it matter?
It depends what finish you want. You can do that. It gives you a more even finish. If you go the same way, you get more of an uneven finish.
Okay.
So I would recommend playing with it to decide what finish you like.
Lovely.
It's not just for MDF. You can use it on paper to do your backgrounds on your cards.
Your grey board, I suppose, as well.
Everything.
Canvases, would it work on a canvas as well?
Yes.
Ooh,
yeah.
Lovely.
So once you've painted it, you need to let that dry. And like I said before, we don't want to use a heat tool to dry it. So if you're thinking you're going to do this project, you could do it the day before.
Okay,
So
yeah.
if I remember rightly, you've got 48, 72 hours before it's finished.
Okay.
So just put that to one side to let it dry and then do something else. Okay. Now, I did one previously. It's not quite dry, but it is a bit tacky, and I've got a bit of tissue on it. So I'm going to see. Let's give it a go. It's not quite dry. It's not, because it's colder in here.
Yeah, it is quite chilly. It amazes people how cold it can actually be in the studio. We always think, everybody thinks, oh, studios, hot lights. No, it's not. It's not like that at all.
No. Sometimes we're freezing. To tell them to turn the aircon off. So I'm going to use a different colour to paint on top, just to give you a different...
Now this is important, isn't it, as well, because if you don't use a different colour, you're not going to see the crackle effect coming.
You're not going to see it.
Underneath.
So, and you will see a pretty instant start to the crackle.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm hoping this is because it's not quite dry.
Now, is it advisable as well to go with quite a thick coat with the paint, not to go too thinly?
Yeah.
You shouldn't overbrush, should you, onto the
No.
crackle? Hopefully we'll start to see the pink coming through the white.
So I'm going to go
layer.
round the edges where it is dry.
Okay.
And hopefully
Oh, you can see
you
it
can
reacting,
see it
look.
starting. Can you see here?
Yep.
It's starting.
Oh, you've got some nice crackles on the edge there. Look at that.
So I'm not sure if the middle is going to crackle the same because it's not quite dry. It is crackling though. Thank God.
I think as well, if you've got any tacky areas, this is where you've got to be a little bit careful, isn't it? Because if you have got tacky areas, if you overbrush, you will lift the crackle off. So
Yeah.
make sure that you, as quick as possible. But look at that effect there, that is lovely.
Look how quickly that is crackling. So you
is
do get
really
an
nice.
idea of how your crackle's going to look. So that one is quite, the cracks are quite big
Yeah.
because I've just kind of patted the paint on.
I love it. It's like
rather
magic.
than stroke it. And this one, I just put a thin layer on, but thick patches in places. So you see like here, here and here, bit more crackle on there, whereas in between it's quite fine and you can see the colour underneath.
Love it.
It's my new
love that
favourite medium.
I do love it. I want to go home and play now. £9.99, we've been busy on that as well. 710947. Let's have another look at the pot there. You're getting a big, big pot here, 250 millilitres. That, even if you put it on nice and thickly, is going to go a long way. Imagine those crates all crackled up as well. Amazing stuff. Now, Mel, have you got any more that you would like to show us this hour?
I could show you. Let's get a wine glass and show you our other new medium.
We've got just over 9 minutes left of the show.
9 minutes, right. So I'm going to show you this because, so this is our alcohol-based one. Now, I would recommend, if you're going to do a wine glass or anything, to brush it on.
Okay.
So that you get an even layer. So you don't get any lumps or bumps. Because if you get lumps or bumps, it's going to show through on your gilding flakes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and with this, I'm going to pour a little bit in here.
Now we do have these pallets available as well, and actually they come with palette knives, don't they?
They do.
I'm going to see if I can grab that. These, again, a really good buy. I'll explain why in a second. This really is a great buy, and I have said this live on air before, but I'm going to say it again for anybody that didn't see it. I went to buy some palette knives in a shop that is a good shop actually, and very reasonable prices, but I went for some metal ones that I bought individually because I wanted the different sizes. Just pop that there a second so you can see the different heads on these, and I paid £3.99 each for the palette knives, and yeah, I didn't get a palette with it, so already there, well, there's 4 there at £4 each. That's almost £16 there, and you're getting the palette as well. All for £11.99, this is what you need to pay. £3 saving. Look, even at the usual price, it's still a lot cheaper than I paid. 205803, and they're really good palette knives as well. Do you know, I use these, not just for my crafting, I use these for my fillers when I'm doing my DIY as well. Yeah. I do. In fact, I was using one yesterday.
Put my paintbrush in the wrong thing.
So how thick do you need to put?
So you don't need to put it on very thickly. Just make sure you haven't got any clumps really. Now I think I quite like this effect that is happening with my paintbrush.
So do I. It's like it's a feathered effect.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what you would need to do now is you need to wait for that to dry. Not dry to it. When I say dry, I don't mean dry.
Will it be tacky like the glue pens?
It will go really tacky,
right, okay.
but it will be clear.
Okay.
So, and now that will stay tacky for 72 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you've got plenty of time to
So
do it
you've got
then.
plenty of time. And our gilding flakes are so nice and big.
So that's another project that you can do at night, leave it overnight, go to bed, and then in the morning add your gilding flakes to it.
Yeah, so our gilding flakes, we've got some, I just want to show you these. You get some whopping girt pieces in here.
This is a great buy again because you're getting 3 pots, but you're getting the gold, the silver and the copper. What I like about these as well, if you want to make your own mixes, you could put the gold and silver together, you could put the copper and the gold together, you can mix it however you wish. Makes it just £4 per pot, another great buy. £6 saving on these, 046241.
Now I've put some in here so that I can show you the size of the flakes. So some of these flakes are massive, look, and that's folded up. You've got to open that out very carefully.
They're really packed into the pot.
Really packed in. So once that is clear, you can see it's drying quite clear on the base of the stem there, but I quite like that effect of the feathered look, so I'm not going to do it all, but we do have...
would you suggest then, because you've got that milky look there, but you know it goes clear when it's tacky and ready for the gilded flakes, would you avoid sort of touching it to check the tackiness? Because if you're touching it and you pull any off, it's going to leave gaps.
Yeah, you will know because it won't be pink anymore. It'll be clear. It kind of like have a misty kind of look to it.
Lovely.
So that's that one. So I'm going to leave that one there, and then I'll just show you. In fact, I'm going to move it out the way in case I do touch it.
Now, by tonight at 8 o'clock, then you may be able to put some gilding flakes on that.
Oh, I might. Yes.
Oh, tune in.
I
at
will.
8 o'clock.
I will definitely. So our flake and glitter glue. So if I just wanted to do.
Okay, we've got 5 minutes left, Mel.
Okay, so I'm just going to do.
So the white one is more for your porous surfaces. The pink one is the alcohol base, which is for your glass, your metal, your non-porous surfaces.
That's it. So if I just
get
want
both, which is very handy indeed.
To do the edge of my tag, like so. I love these little bottles as well. You don't have to buy a huge amount of it.
No.
Sometimes the bottles you think, oh, I'm never going to use all that.
Yeah,
so it puts you off buying it.
Doesn't it?
So they're a nice size bottle. You can see that's drying in nicely.
Okay. So is it the same principle again? Let it go tacky.
That's it, yeah. Let it go tacky. This one dries a lot quicker. Spreading it out a bit thinner so that it'll dry a bit quicker.
Have you still got a fair bit of time though, once it's gone tacky, before you
yes, not as long as this one, obviously. It's sort of like a same day project. But yeah, you've got a bit of time.
So if you're an impatient crafter, there's a little tip for you. Because you're getting both, prep up the alcohol base one first and then move on to the white one that Mel's using now, and you'll be able to get onto that project a little bit quicker.
I'm such an impatient crafter. I hate waiting for things to dry. So again, open your, look at the size of that. Wow. Open your flake out. Now I haven't waited for this to dry because I just want to show you.
Now, depending on the colour that you choose in here, and if you've still got sticky glue on your fingers, it gives a whole new meaning to gold fingers.
Yes, look. My fingers are going.
Silver fingers in your case.
I've got sticky on my fingers now.
It just washes off though, it's water-based.
It is, yeah. So I'd let that dry on there. I'm so impatient, I was dabbing it off and it's made it come off. So let that dry on there. Rub away your excess.
Okay, yeah.
And then you will have a nice, in fact, we've got a nice wine bottle in the background. Done.
Oh, the goblets.
The goblets there.
Oh,
can I grab one?
Can you grab that, Mel?
I can grab that.
I'm not allowed past a certain marker,
yeah.
But you can grab that one. Look at that.
Look at that.
How smooth the finish is as well. Once you've brushed it off and given it a bit of a polish. I really like that.
Really good. And on the MDF, it looks like this.
Oh, you've got all three colours on there as well. So you've got the gold, the silver and the bronze, of course. Lovely. Such a lovely finish. So you'd find one of these would work on books as well if you wanted to, if you've got your old hardback books and you want to decorate them, maybe do a bit of gilding on those as well, then you can use the glues for that as well. We're talking so many different surfaces with these two different
So many
glues.
different, yeah.
Amazing. Oh, do you know, we haven't got long left. Let's have another look at the one-day special. Proving to be very busy. A third of the stock has gone. Now you're getting so much for your money here. There's 5 different full projects, but you've still got more besides because you've got the glue in there, you've got the baker's twine in there as well. We're talking about gifting, whether you're gifting for yourself, making and gifting yourself, or gifting for somebody else. You've got the projects here. So you've got the tags. You've got 10 of the tags. You've got the crates in there, the large, the medium and 2 small. So there's 4 crates in there. Then you've got one of the flower boxes in there as well. You could separate the components a little bit if you want to extend on that. 48 sheets of the tissue paper. You've got the clear cellophane in there as well. It's a whole bundle with a great saving of £13, £29 and 93 pence. Item number 591622. Do check those baskets out. Don't miss out on this. This is great value. Mel, you'll be back at 8 o'clock with Alex.
I will, yes.
We'll look forward to seeing more of that gilding as well on that glass. Hopefully that'll be dried enough. I can see you working with the cellophane there as well.
I'm going to try and wrap
look what Mel's doing. Look, she's got her box in. We've got cupcakes, we've got flowers in here. She's just going to wrap this. I'm sure we'll see the finished results at the end of the evening as well, after the 8 o'clock show or during the 8 o'clock show. Mel, thank you so much. We'll let you carry on, keeping busy there. Check your baskets